of the Social Distancing Social Club. I wish they had this show when we were alive on account of how vintage we are. I agree, Beth. Thank you, Betty. Isolation Nation, welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. We are your hosts, the Vintage Ladies.
Jesus.
And now we're going to introduce the second leg of the six-legged quarantine that makes up the tripod. Please welcome to the show, Steve Hofstetter!
Well, thank you, Beth and Betty. I appreciate that. I also like the idea that now we can just refer to old people as vintage. That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah. Well, cheers to you guys.
What?
We appreciate
You got a mug?
being here with us.
Whoa! I gotta start ordering our merch, man. That's pretty incredible.
We got merch, baby. Look at that. Embrace the suck with Ursula Bowers. Ursula Bowers.
That is pretty awesome.
We got merch, baby. I'll be honest, I don't remember ordering this. It was like a month ago.
Were you high that one day?
I think it was the day that I was high, which, by the way, that was almost 2 months ago now. Still feeling it a little. I'll be honest. Still feeling it a little bit.
Emails won't stop, Steve, will they?
Ever since you guys got me stoned, I've been getting too many emails. It's related. I truly believe it's related. If you guys want to support the show, we appreciate it. We have to pay those vintage ladies a great deal. They're making us pay them in current money, which is unfair. I think we should pay them in vintage money. But,
yeah.
You know.
I used to, what I typically offer them, I'll say, hey, vintage ladies, we're going to pay you in stars, Facebook stars, you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support us, if you want to pay us in Facebook stars or anything else, you can do so at laughfromhome.com. You can PayPal us. Our Venmo is in the top right of the screen. You can super chat on YouTube, Facebook stars, super hearts on Twitter. I don't think anyone's ever done that yet. Will you be the first? Or maybe it's on Periscope. Does Periscope still exist? It says so. Twitter says so, but I don't believe it.
That's
anyway.
what I live stream onto my Facebook, onto my Twitter from.
Yeah, that's what I do as well, but I'm saying, like, do people go to Periscope as a separate app? Like, as a thing? Is that still a thing?
The only time I ever even went to Periscope was when I wanted to illegally watch, like, a sporting event that was not on TV. And there was just a million people putting it on their Periscope.
Oh, yeah, and it was just so much fun to watch people just stream it like this the whole time.
Yes, exactly.
Just be like, oh, here's a clear image. That was really just a way to show off that I have an iPhone 11. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, another host, not a vintage lady, but a current man. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers. Everybody, Chris Bowers.
Ow, ow.
Hey, thanks so much. Excited to be here. I'm fired up. I've also never been to Paris either, so I don't know. That's cool. I've never been to Paris. I don't want to go to Paris. I don't know if there's scopes there or what's going on. But
Periscope, Bowers. Periscope. Like
the fuck is Periscope?
Periscope is when you get your ass examined in transit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I never used that either, but I also never did the Vine thing. I had Facebook for a long time, and then I got Twitter, and I do like 3 tweets a year. So I need to get better at this shit, I guess.
I think it's great that Vine as an app lasted 6 seconds. I think that's pretty
We're all brand.
I don't understand why we all spend so much time on these new apps. I was trying to become a popular Viner. I remember one morning, I hadn't gone to bed. It was 6 a.m. I needed to sleep desperately. I had to wake in 3 hours. And all I kept doing instead was, because it was 6 seconds that would loop, I was trying to create a perfect 6-second loop where my alarm would go off. I would hit the snooze button. It would go off again, and I'd hit it again. And it would be a never-ending loop of me snoozing. I took about an hour and 30 minutes of not sleeping trying to get that right. Finally got it right, posted it. Almost nobody watched it, and I had nightmares about, like, am I a comedian or am I trying to be this weird avant-garde 6-second filmmaker? What is the purpose of this? Now I finally learned my lesson, and I just dance on TikTok.
I also think you just explained all of your time management issues as you're spending an hour and a half trying to get a 6-second video of you snoozing. Like maybe just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Return emails or something. I don't know.
Also,
That's a fair
I'll
point.
be honest. I don't even know why people use social media. It's never done anything for me.
True.
Bowers, do we have?
They call me
fourth
Snoozy
host?
Kurtz. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
I've never used an alarm clock, but that's neither here nor there. Queen Rachel, how you doing? Queen Rachel, are you excited to be
Social
here?
Distance Social Club. We're a prop show. Hey, everybody. Can I just say that the fans are not happy that Bowers is in a t-shirt today?
Yeah. What the
Oh
fuck?
shit!
Not happy. Mm-hmm.
I forgot to
I
change
was-
clothes. I swear
I
to God.
was-
Okay,
Shame.
so I got to be honest. Here's what happened. I'm in Indiana. I came home because everything in California's closed and just sitting in our apartment. We couldn't do it anymore. So we came home to Indiana and I'm at a friend's house and I was so worried about having this set up that I forgot to change. So I'll be right back.
I
can't believe-
wasn't gonna say anything. I noticed it, and I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, he must have a plan. Like, there's no way that Bowers
not.
isn't purposefully wearing a tuxedo.
I did not notice it, and I'm just amazed that Bowers was able to figure out how to do the green screen. That's incredible.
he's
How are
actually
you,
got a
Rachel?
He's actually got a projection on his wall.
Okay,
now.
so-
Oh, there he is. There's
All right.
Bowers.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, there we
And that,
go.
my friends, is why you don't unbutton your shirt all the way, because then you can put it over your head very quickly and get onto the show within 2 minutes. So, okay, everybody, haha, it comes back to life. There we go.
Wait,
That's
Bowers.
my
Here's a
madness.
question. Here's a question for you, Bowers. So you flew back to Indiana, or you drove? You flew.
Flew back.
Flew. How many bags did you pack?
4.
How many tuxedo jackets?
4 tuxedo jackets and the white, silvery, shiny one. So,
Okay, only 4.
so
All
we-
right. I was
so we
just
really-
curious if
we
you
really
if
are-
you were like all tuxedo jacket in that bag. Like TSA opens it up and they're just like, "What the fuck is this?" Tuxedo
No,
jacket?
I brought enough jackets for each day of the week, so we will be able to count what day it is by what jacket I'm wearing while I'm in Indiana. So the next
Oh, each
week,
day of the
however long
social
I'm there.
distancing social club day.
Yes,
So you
yeah,
brought
yeah,
5.
yeah.
So
5.
5
So I brought
total.
1 for each show for the week. That was my
I was not going to crush your dreams that the week is only 4 days now.
No, I'm saying the social
was real
distancing
weird.
social club week, our week. Yeah,
Right.
You know, I'm so hungover the 2 other days that we're not on the air that I don't even get out of bed. So the only time I wake up is for this show. That's why I don't have an alarm clock. But you know,
In my mind, TSA saw the shiny tuxedo jackets, and they were like, "Bowers, are you gonna sing for us?" And you just got up on the conveyor belt. Volare. Rachel, how are you? And have you ever been a lounge singer?
I've never been a lounge singer.
That's weird. That's weird. Weird answer.
It's so weird. Yeah.
That's a weird answer. Okay.
well,
And
we did have a fun. We had a super fun overnight game. Unless you have more follow up questions to that lounge singer bit you're going to do, Ben. If you had a better,
No.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
I
if
wouldn't
you-
dream of it. I wouldn't
No,
dream
I-
of it. I just wanted to know what corner of Rachel's many places she broadcasts from we were seeing today, but never mind.
Looks part of the kitchen. That's where the chef is. All right, cool.
Love
All right,
that.
so we had a great overnight game. This is actually I really liked this one. I picked a bunch because I couldn't even pick which ones I liked. There were so many, and then some I couldn't even pick. But basically, the
some good
game
ones,
was
too.
SDSC definitions. So why don't we do this? Steve and Ben, you pick your favorites, and I'll take them off my list, and then I'll read the ones that you guys don't read. How about that?
Great.
Okay, I enjoyed Raz defined SDSC as a marketing strategy for a political campaign. Nicely done.
That's
Very good.
amazing. Jeremy Day said, "Royal robes, noun, a giant tortilla blanket."
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, Lola defined the Titus Show as where Hot Dog Bowers was born. A seminal day in SDSC history, for sure.
Kyra said, "Red box, a mystical metal device with 2 latches that holds possibly the cure to the coronavirus, but only one man truly knows."
Ron Wayner said a Bowers Bite is a hot dog, bratwurst, slider, cupcake, cookie, or other non-vegetable food item that can be consumed in one bite. I would also add to that. I would also add to
Related.
that can only be consumed in one bite by Bowers himself. The rest
Yes.
of us are in awe.
Related to that, Jeremy Day said, "Bowers, 3 definitions. 1, noun, a man with a unique sense of style. 2, verb, to explain a joke. 3, verb, to deep throat a hot dog." Which
Yeah,
also
there were
is
some-
very... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, it was just similar to one that slammed me pretty hard. Beryl said, "Hoarderific," adjective, turning a personality disorder into a career move.
I did
Well,
like that one too.
Jessica had one that complimented you, which was haircut Ben, smarter, faster, better looking.
I love that. I love that. Beryl also said "faced." 2 definitions. 1, noun, a medical condition after going drink for drink with Chris Bowers.
That's true.
Or 2, verb, Ben Glebe projected your face onto his.
Also, looks like Beryl and Lola both had the definition for Steve Hofstetter. Noun, vulgar, a dick. So I appreciate that one for sure. I would have also accepted it the other way around. The definition for dick is now Steve Hofstetter. Both would have worked. So I
Yes.
appreciate you guys.
Although I would not want to picture people across the land saying to their sexual partners, "Does that Steve Hofstetter feel good?"
Just tell people to suck on their Steve Hofstetter.
Oh, sales of our Embrace the Suck mug just plummeted. Oh God. Also an incredible one here from Tamara. SDSC, noun, a 90-minute fully scripted comedy show that only contains topical discussions relevant to the specific episode. Each episode is carefully reviewed after recording by Ben Glebe.
I think the first half was more likely to be true than the second half.
All right, I've said 3, and then we'll get on to today's game, unless there's any great ones you have. But I loved Ron Wiener's. Also was sound check, noun, the 15 minutes before the show where everyone but Ben makes sure their mic is working. Glebe sound check, noun, the act of going live on air to ask the audience if they can hear you. Isolation Nation, is this thing on?
That's amazing.
And then this is a picture, but it said buffalo plaid, the luckiest, funniest pattern in the world. And it went back between Rachel and Zara when they wore the same shirt. So that
Nice.
was really good.
But you have a
green
green screen on.
Yeah, I
that's
know,
not
I'm
gonna
disappearing. I get it. And then my favorite one, and Shag Nasty got permission for this one. So it's a little inappropriate, but he got permission. And it's Austicipation, waiting for Zara's vest or tank top to pop open.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm glad he
believe
got
that one
permission
was-
for that.
He got permission from
permission.
Zara. That's why I felt like I could say that one. But that was just the Austicipation I thought was a great pun. That's why I thought that
That'd be
was so
hilarious if he just got permission from like someone else random.
Right.
Well, that
I'm sorry.
doesn't help at all.
good. That wasn't Zara. I'm very sorry. He got permission
Yeah.
from somewhere else. But that was the overnight game. Super fun.
And let me just say one more. It's pretty amazing. Actually, there's 2 more because one leads right into you, Steve. But one is Done Talk with built-in pocket square, previously unknown high-end fashion accessory featured on men's suit jackets.
Nice. So come with a belt.
Yes. And then, Steve, before you do the next thing, this will lead you into it. Jessica Keibel wrote Patreon, where SDSC junkies can get a bigger fix.
Nice. Excellent. And speaking of that, we love you guys for supporting the show, especially our Patreon people. If you want to join the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/SDSC. And when you are there, you can get tickets to every single front row. You can get premium access to stuff like being able to send Ben vintage ladies, or Zoom, or having your own Zoom drinking session with Bowers, or having me put you in the background here. There's lots of stuff on there. But ladies and gentlemen, that said, we want to bring in our audience now. As always, we love to have our audience here. We have Jan, we have Romar, we have Ann, we have Frank, we have Jessica with 50 bomb rat. I don't know what that name is supposed to be. We have Carrie, we have Andrea, we have David, we have Ron, we have Rachel, we have Vanessa. I think we got everybody there. Andrea, did I say? Anyway, point is, we're happy to have you here. And oh my God, look at Ron's background. Holy shit, that is. Can you put Ron up there? That is amazing. So
Nice.
I love it. I do
nicely
want to get.
done.
I want to give a special shout out, Steve, to our newest Patreon, David Sherrill, is a new front row Patreon. So thanks, David, for coming in, buddy. We appreciate you being
up,
part of the
man?
show. Thanks, man.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
It's a cool ass shirt
Excellent.
too. So nice work. Coming from
Yeah.
it looks like you're X-wing fighter and you're flying an X-wing fighter. So I like it. Nice work.
Excellent. And that said, let's play a little game with the patrons. If you guys want to play and you are a patron, throw your hand up. We're gonna do a little word association. So, who wants to play? We can just see your physical hands. All right. So, Jessica, we'll do one for you. Jessica, considering you, oh my, what the fuck is that? That's amazing. That is amazing.
That's a peace
Holy
sign.
shit! It's no, not the peace sign, but the
On her glasses.
the glasses
Jessica's got
are
a
great.
theme today.
Oh, do you like?
I love, by the way, that Taylor saw that and was like, "Oh yeah, that's a peace sign." That's not what we're reacting to, Taylor. We're reacting to her having a village on her face. That's what we're reacting to.
Okay,
Jess.
I was leaning back because I have an injured leg, and from far it looked like a bunch of tiny hands on top of your eyes.
Essentially, there are. If you
That's
look
true.
close.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
And
All right.
there's Milton.
Oh, I love it. Nice,
Aw.
nice. All right, Jessica, your word association then is village.
It takes.
All right.
That does.
Nice. Okay,
I love
excellent. Any other patrons want to play? Throw your hand up.
Steve.
Frank.
Yep.
All right. Frank, your word association based on Jess's thing is peace.
Love.
All right, that's a very sweet one. That's good. Unless
Aw.
you're like, I love you to pieces. Then it's weird. All right, and
Loving it,
we'll do one more. What do we got? All right, Carrie. All right, your word association is Salem because it's behind you.
What'd you say?
Oh, you said
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Okay,
All
excellent.
right.
I assume that's the name of a cat.
Yeah, that's my cat's name.
Okay, I love that you were like, word associated is Massachusetts. It's my cat's name too, but fuck that cat for a second. Massachusetts. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have you here as always. Please join the Patreon and support the show, patreon.com/SDSC, and you can be a part of a future show. And with that, let's introduce some comics.
Yeah, we got two great comics.
Really quickly, Bowers, I'm sorry, but I
Yep.
must read one more of the SDSC definitions before you introduce the comic. And I apologize to the comic in advance. From Jessica Keibel, visiting comic definition: held hostage for 90 minutes. Subsequent tips necessary for therapy.
You know what? Before I do this, I'm going to do one more I thought was great because I forgot to say it, and I looked back at him, and this is the one I really liked because this was just, let me see if I can find it real fast. It was from Randy Longmire. It said, general, noun, the monetary equivalent to a subject change. A subject change,
Nice.
general. It's perfect. All right, we got two great comics today. First, coming back on the show again is our favorite Ryan Niemiller. Give it up for Ryan. How you doing?
Woo!
Hey, what's up? Hot start to the show, everybody. Hot start. I give it 1 thumbs up. It's doing good.
Which is the best in Ryan's scale. It's the best scale he can do. All right, that's cool.
If I didn't like it, you'd only get 1 thumbs up.
We also have new to the program, Galina Rivina is here. Say hello, Galina.
Hi, everybody.
And she's kidnapped JR.
I have kidnapped JR, and I just bought 100 shares of stock in Periscope, so my feelings are very hurt.
Well, if anybody wants to tip Galina an extra $1 to cover that transaction, we would appreciate it.
I don't know. The Parisian stock market is very popular these days.
Oui.
Yeah.
That's all the French I know. That's really all I got. That's why I've never been. I know
Howard
oui,
spoke
oui.
French and a dog barked.
Yeah. By the way,
Wait, do you think that dog speaks French? Does that dog speak French, or did he think that meant he had to go to potty? Did I say oui, and he was like, yeah, I do. I have to oui. Let's get out of here.
let's announce the game today. So today's game is one I'm very much looking forward to. It is Fast Food a Movie. In honor of a story that we are going to be talking about on the show, there was an amazing fast food story that happened this week that we're going to be talking about. It's absolutely hilarious. So, in honor of that, you can fast food a movie. The way it works is just put a fast food restaurant or anything having to do with fast food in the title of a movie, like Reservoir Hot Dogs, as an example. The way you submit and the way you can potentially win the whole prize is by putting $5 with your submission on Venmo, PayPal, or super chat. But of course, you can submit for free as well. You just can't win the prize. The prize is all of our comedy albums, as well as a ticket to a future SDSC front row and a future Nowhere Comedy Club show. So that said, Rachel, what do we got coming in already?
Yeah, so we had Ken Meeks had started us off, donated $25 and said, "You guys do more good than you know." So thank you, Ken.
Thank you. And that is definitely true, but that's due to our self-esteem, not to how much good we're doing.
I think they knew that when we said we were comics, Steve. They know that this is all coming from a place of dire insecurity and need for people to look at us. I mean, Jesus Christ, you don't wear a jacket like this when you fucking are. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I know. I don't wear a jacket like that whenever. So
we had Scuzzy randomly pork chop sandwiches. I don't know. I wanted to read it, so pork chop sandwiches.
Was that before we announced the game?
Yes, that was like
okay, just making sure, because I was like, that could technically be fast food, but I don't know what the movie is. Oh, you guys remember the movie The Sandwiches, right?
Well, I also love the fast food place Pork Chop Johnny's. Is one of my favorite fast food establishments.
Absolutely. Oh man, so if you combine Pork Chop Johnny's with the sandwiches, great entry. Game's over already. We found a winner. Rachel,
so for the
what else we got?
game, it could be something like Dairy Queen of the Damned, right?
It absolutely could. Nicely done, Rachel.
Nice
Rachel
work.
played
Just
the game.
participated. I played the game.
Yes.
We also had your brown father donated $4.20 and said, "How high is too high? Can weed shut Trump up?"
Well, that's my buddy Joey always makes a point, and the worst part about Trump is he's never drank. So everything he's ever said and done is sober. So take whatever he's done and then add sober to the end, and it makes it way fucking worse. Like he raw dogged a porn star sober. What the fuck are you doing, right? Like you make those decisions. Like I've done some dumb shit drunk, but sober?
Wait, he paid $120,000 to raw dog a porn star sober.
Sober.
Like
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Oh. Yeah. And
it makes everything worse.
Also, when somebody's grasp on reality is so fragile, they're afraid that a sip of beer or one hit of weed is going to crumble their whole life. You know that person is such a fragile ego. Somebody just needs to slip Trump some acid. It's our only chance of peace in this world.
By the way, I take a little bit offense to that first part of that statement, but okay.
You used to drink. You used to drink, Steve. You used to drink.
You've had a sip of alcohol and 3 bongs of weed. You're fine. You're not what we're talking about.
I love measuring weed in bongs. You've had 3 bongs of weed, right? No, I had 3.5 bongs. Yeah.
It was a holiday weekend. You had to have that extra half one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
President's Day, you know?
Exactly.
All right, what else we got coming in?
So last we had Hidden Virus, $2. Bofus T-Fist donated $10, and then Elizabeth Vera and Jocelyn Bouquet was on donated Facebook stars, whatever the fuck amount there were.
Awesome. Well, thanks for all of that. Well, let's get to a comic then. Let's just shoot right out of the gate and get to a comic. Let's do it. Coming up right now, you know him as the 3rd place finisher on AGT. He's one of our favorites, returning champion, Ryan Niemiller, everybody.
Third most talented person in America, everybody. Here it is. Very exciting. I'm very pumped. It's weird, Bowers, because you said you're in Indiana right now. I just moved from Indiana to California, probably because I knew you were leaving for a little bit. It felt like the right time. People have been asking me, because like I've only been in California about 3 weeks, and people are asking me like, well, how is it? How is it compared to Indiana? We're all in fucking quarantine, so it's literally exactly the same. The only difference is it's 3 times more expensive. That's so far what I've done. I moved in with my girlfriend, which is a little scary. That's a little different. I'm learning a lot about her job. My girlfriend is an elementary school teacher, so she's been telling me a lot of horror stories about the asshole kids in the class. And I don't understand being an asshole kid. Like when I was in school, I was a really good kid. Like I only got in trouble once. I got sent to the principal's office one time in 1st grade because I told the teacher I didn't like strawberry Jell-O. Like that feels like a ridiculous reason to be sent to the principal's. I know, like it's ridiculous. To this day, I think I was still justified in calling her a dumb bitch. And speaking of education, there's been a lot recently about the Confederate statues being torn down, and a lot of people are mad about that because they think that we're not going to learn history anymore if we tear down those statues. Which honestly, I think I can get behind as a platform, because I think we all can remember back in high school. In your locker, you would have a math book and a biology book and an English book and a 30-foot statue of Robert E. Lee. Like, it was the only way to learn history. That scale model of the Mayflower I had to drag from class to class really paid off, though. I know a lot. It's literally the only way. So it's hot here in California. It's very hot. I'm very sweaty to be here already, everybody. That's what's happening here. I'm not in good enough shape to do this job. Like online shows let you sit down and I'm still out of breath. Like, I am literally struggling right now. I've been trying to get in better shape. I started at the beginning of the year with the New Year's resolution, which I think a lot of people do to try to lose some weight. Did you guys know with New Year's resolutions, though, you don't have to do them? Like, nobody checks. Nobody follows up at all. I had an entire cake on January 2nd. It was amazing. But I've been trying to take my health more seriously now. I've been trying to take it seriously. And I tried to utilize some Christmas presents. So I got some gift cards from Target, and I decided I was going to use those to kind of kickstart my fitness journey. So I went to a Target, used my gift cards, and I bought one of those inflatable exercise balls. So for people, if you might know, they're like those balls that you can use to do like crunches on, or use as a computer chair when your fat ass breaks the real one. So I was excited though. Like it was cool. Like, it seems like a small step, but I was like, oh, I'm taking this step. It's gonna be great. So I got home and I realized how bad of shape I was in because I ran out of breath trying to inflate the exercise ball. Like, I got halfway through and I had to take a nap. Like, that is the saddest. You can't even construct properly your exercise equipment. So at that point, I kind of gave up. I decided to change my New Year's resolution. Instead of trying to lose some weight, I'm just going to try to find fat chicks more attractive now. I think that's going to be a little better. Because I'm no prize pig myself. It's going to be fun. We'll have pizza. We're going to be a lot happier, quite frankly. Now, I made the mistake when I was starting to get in better shape. I made the mistake of telling my girlfriend about it. And my girlfriend's one of those people, she's in phenomenal shape. And she's one of those people that if you tell her you're trying to get in shape, she attacks. Like, because she knows how to she's going to get you in shape. She knows how to get you there. I didn't even get to finish the sentence when I originally brought it up. I was like, I think I'm going to lose some. Oh, you want to lose some weight, Ryan? Sit down. Here's what you got to do. Ryan, you got to get a Fitbit. Get a Fitbit, Ryan. That'll help you lose some weight in a hurry. And in all fairness, everybody, I have heard that a Fitbit is a great way to lose some weight if you were fortunate enough to be born with wrists. Instead of counting my steps, I've been counting the amount of times I drop my Fitbit. 8,000 a day. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to win the office pool. All right, that's all for me. I'm Ryan Niemiller. Thank you guys so much.
Ryan Niemiller, great job.
Ryan Niemiller, nicely done. If you want to tip Ryan, of course, do so. You can do so at laughfromhome.com. You can PayPal. You could Venmo, top right of the screen, or of course you could YouTube. Nicely done, Ryan. Always hilarious.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. My self-esteem needed that today.
Rachel, we got anything coming in on the tip?
Yeah. So we had some early ones. So Lucifer, 5 pounds for Ryan. For your last set, you made me laugh so much. Come back soon for the tip, just for this set. Great job.
Excellent.
That's
nice.
Thank you, Lucifer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, sword that one. It's like you got 5 pounds, but you also just literally made a pact with the devil.
Yeah, that's it turns out I didn't know what I would sell my soul for. Turns out 5 pounds. That's all it was.
that also goes with your weight loss joke, Ryan. You'd sell your soul
exactly
for 5
pounds. Just lost that 5 pounds and now he's giving it back. God damn it.
Yeah.
We also had Ron Wayner in our live audience, $10. Ryan, here's a lot of strawberry jello.
Nice. And by the way, the name I tried to read earlier, now Jessica's Zoom name is I Heart Lucifer, which I think she changed before that comment was read. But before it said FYFTBOMB, and that's why I couldn't figure out what the hell that was. And apparently I've been told it means fuck you from the bottom of my butt. So
What? No.
no, okay, that is what someone said in the chat, and that's what I read, and so I apologize if that's wrong. I'm sorry.
Who said that?
Harry said
You're
that.
wrong. You'll never know the truth.
All right, I'll never know.
Dog, and I refuse to tell you why.
Excellent. Rachel, what else we got?
Oh, we have a lot of game entries coming in. Everybody's a fan of this one. We do have, I think, Renee Hutchison, $5 for Ryan. For a Fitbit for maybe your ankle. That's what she said.
That's
ankles,
called an ankle monitor. That's so that I actually exercise at that point. And I would need a cankle monitor at this point. I'm very honest.
All right, well, I do want to bring up this story I saw today because it made me laugh so much that I called Steve, and so he's we should talk about. So here's what happened. This is in Indianapolis. I'm just going to read it from the thing. So I'm reading. It says a customer at a local McDonald's restaurant is looking for answers. The customer DJ is a regular McDonald's on West blah blah blah. He ordered a McChicken sandwich, fries, and a cookie, but he suspects someone took a bite from his sandwich before he completed the sale. So he puts on, he called Channel 13 for help. So they went and interviewed this dude, right? They disguised his voice and his face. He says, I started to warm up my McChicken and I noticed that several small bites were gone. I know I didn't eat it. No one else is around. I said, you know what? I'm going to go to McDonald's to see if I can get this taken care of. Said DJ, a local law enforcement officer. I went to McDonald's and talked to the supervisor. She offered me some free food that I didn't care about. I just wanted to find out who the person was so I could deal with them in the appropriate way. Okay?
So let's hold on a second. So let's talk about this for a second. So it's a local cop who is worried that someone to punish him for being a cop right now took a bite of his sandwich. And how dare they take a bite of the sandwich of a law enforcement officer.
And he
wanted
wanted
to find out what happened.
And he wanted to handle it. He wanted to go down and see who was. Now this is my favorite thing I've ever seen on the internet. This is from the WTR, the Channel 13 website, because they went and did this whole story. It says, last week, a Marion County Sheriff's Office employee purchased a McChicken sandwich from the McDonald's location. The employee took a bite of the sandwich upon starting his shift and then placed it in the refrigerator in the break room. He returned nearly 7 hours later, having forgotten that he previously bitten the sandwich. He wrongly concluded that a McDonald's restaurant employee had tampered with the food because he was a law enforcement officer. Our partners and by the way, this is the comment from from the police department. It said our partners at McDonald's have been helpful and have assisted the MCSO investigation into what transpired with our employees. The investigation has determined that McDonald's restaurant staff in no way tampered with the employee's food. He has since formally apologized to McDonald's.
Okay.
Motherfucker took a sandwich of his own. Now, what's great to me, here's my favorite part. He took a bite of the sandwich, put it in the great room, forgot he ate a bite of it, and then decided it was because he was a cop. But here's what's great. You know, McDonald's did the investigation. That's how we got to the truth. That's the thing that's fucked up. McDonald's looked at it. I hope that somewhere he had a body cam footage of his fucking taking a bite, and they went through the body cam footage and like, look, dickhead. And he was like, that's the only way he's going to apologize. The only way he's apologizing is if he's got footage of him eating that fucking sandwich.
And by the way,
did he say like what department he was in? Because like I swear to God, if he's like a forensic expert or a detective, I am. Oh,
by the way, all these people who are saying like, well, you say defund the police. Well, who are we going to call when something happens? Apparently McDonald's. They're better at it. Next time someone's following, I'm just going to pull through a drive-through and they'll fix it right up. Like that's holy shit. What a fucking idiot. What an idiot with a persecution complex. This is because I'm a cop. It's like, well, yeah, it is, because the reason this happened is because you're so fucking dumb, and the reason you're so fucking dumb is because cops don't hire people who are smart enough to do the fucking job, and that's why we're here.
This cop just took a bite out of not a crime.
I wish they didn't shield his identity. I really wish we could just send him McGruff crime posters. That would just be amazing.
Do you think if they did show his identity, he would be wearing a black and white striped shirt and a scarf around his neck?
Yes. He's the
I'm pretty
burglar.
sure whoever he is, the rest of that squad has got to be taking single bites of his lunch from here on out.
I fucking hope so.
His
I
labeled
fucking
with
hope
his
so.
name in the fridge. Like they've got that is the best prank now from here on out. Holy shit! What a fucking idiot.
Now, did I understand correctly that like the cop was the one that originally contacted the news?
Yes,
Like
that's what I'm
did he
saying.
bring it up? Like I'm gonna get the people behind.
It's my favorite thing I've
Now,
ever read.
in this current climate,
Wow.
the cop was like, you know who'll help me? The public. The public's on my side.
And
You know who won't think we're completely squandering money right now? The public.
And where-
We need to investigate who took a bite out of my dollar sandwich. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's 10 cents.
well, also the cop was so embarrassed when it came out that he took the bite. He went outside and killed 15 people.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, hey, how do I take the heat off of me? I know. Like that's holy shit. And also, by the way, if that happened to me, I wouldn't have assumed it was because someone didn't like my comedy or someone didn't like my stance in favor of BLM or anything like that. I would have assumed a McDonald's employee was just stoned and forgot and took a bite of my sandwich. Like that's what I would have assumed. That's a way more likely scenario.
Because he makes like $7 an hour.
Yeah, it's like this is the
that
only way I
bite was
can
like
eat.
20 minutes worth of work. Just let the
I gotta tell you, my most embarrassing waiter moment of all time is I was working a double and they made these big nice nachos with the melty cheese, not the liquid cheese, but the melty cheese, and I hadn't eaten lunch and I was hungry, so as I took it to my table, I just took one chip. No one's gonna miss one chip. Just boom, just one chip. Bah! And I set it down and they're looking at me like I'm a crazy person. And I look down and there's a piece of cheese stuck to my lip, still attached to the nachos.
Oh.
Like, well, all your food's free, and I'll be back with more nachos. I went to my manager. I'm like, we got to buy all table 24's food. He's like, why? I'm like, he's like, you're a fucking idiot. I go, I know, my bad.
And then you went on Channel 13 and was like, we have to get to the bottom of this. I don't know who put this nacho cheese in my face. We gotta figure this out. Except it was blurred. He's like, we have to figure this out. You can't tell from my voice who I am. You can tell from the nacho cheese in my sparkly jacket, but aside from that, you have no idea. I would love, by the way, if they blurred his face and voice and they just had like his badge still right there visible.
Well, that same cop also, he's apparently very embarrassed that he's an adult who still loves eating Frosted Flakes. Remember that commercial? There'd be people.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. When it was Tony the Tiger. Okay, yeah.
I
Sorry, my
laughed.
bad.
I liked it.
Yeah.
That was a strong pull. That was a deep pull, but I liked it. All right, Rachel, catch us up.
Yeah, let's catch us up. All right. So we had some more tips for Ryan come in. We had Andrea in our live audience, $15. A year's membership for Ryan to a gym where you work out from the shoulders up. Fuck whatever you can't see on Zoom.
That's very sweet, but if I'm only a head, I don't have a career anymore. So I kind of
Although I
don't
think
get
we
third place by being a normie. All right, thank you.
Although I do think that workout class would be called Zumba.
I do like, by the way, yeah, Ryan, America's Got Talent is now America's Got Backstory. Like, that's what they're going for.
Yeah, and it's so weird that people get mad about that because, like, it's not like a real talent show. Like, it is, but, like, they're not looking for the most talented human being. They want, like, good stories that people can connect to. Like, it's television. How dumb are people? Where they're
Yeah,
like...
you've got your backstory, you've got your talent. Does the triple threat have a triple threat? Is there a third thing?
I'm very handsome. That's about.
Oh
it.
right, okay. Crippled. I can't fucking say it. Sorry, I'm just really mad. Earlier, I made some soup for lunch, and then someone took a spoonful of my soup, and I've been hunting for that.
Yeah, I was just trying. Like, I was on that show to try to change my career, do some awareness about disability, and to fuck.
And
Is that what the show is? America's Got Herpes? Like, what's the show?
He also calls his private life America's Cock Talent. And I also love how Ryan's comments about his own time on America's Got Talent is like the worst of what your Twitter comments would have been. It's like, this is not a talent show. It's just there for heartwarming stories for people who don't deserve to be there.
That's kind of the point. Like, you obviously have to be good. Like the further you get on the show, your talent matters. But like, if they just want a comic that can be funny for 90 seconds, there's thousands of us that can do that. But like, it's like anything. Like, it's not just being good at dance for 90 seconds. It's like, why are you important? Like, why is your story gonna change people? Like, people get so weird about it, like it's the fucking Olympics and it needs to be judged with some kind of like, no.
I'll be honest. When I was talking to producers of that show, and they're like, we like your comedy, but you know, what's your backstory? And I was trying to tell, I was like, I'm not really sure. And they were like asking me about like any tragedies in my life, and I was like, well, my dad passed, and they like seemed excited. They seemed like genuinely excited about like, oh, we can exploit that. I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, and it's the thing too, like with what I did, like they didn't have, like I just told my story that I've wanted to tell forever. And like anyone who wants to give me shit for like using this to my advantage, well, fuck you. I've had it used to my disadvantage for 37 years before that.
Amen.
So suck my dick. Third place.
That's why you went on the show in the first place. You just told us.
Exactly.
And once
stuck-
again, no
it's
one's
stuck
giving
his
you shit,
Hofstetter.
you're giving yourself shit there. Once again, if you're like, anybody who keeps giving me shit, fuck you. It's just you,
Well,
Ryan. You're the only one giving me shit.
no, but
I've
what
actually
he's doing,
created a ton of troll accounts that I insult myself just so I can fight my inner demon. That's
You can
we
follow
gotta
them
cut
at
them off.
Ryan's Inner Demon on Twitter if you'd like to.
that's the Lucifer that's sending the 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Thinner demons.
All right, Rachel, what
Rach.
else we got?
Yeah, just a couple more. So Deanie McQueen, 10 Canadian. I loved your set, Ryan. Jess in our live audience, $15 for Ryan. We had a couple generals come in. Gary Gorman, $20, and said, SDSC, many time listener laugher. Much love for whatever this is. What you are together is splendid. Insert callback reference. Can't focus. Got to get back to the happy madness. All right.
Nice. They
And
don't know what
then-
it is either.
And then Lucifer, £2. Big Trouble in Little Chinese Takeaway. Just as a
yeah.
throwaway comment.
That's a game entry.
It wasn't
only
because it was just
£2.
£2. Yeah, he was just doing it as a comment.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. All right, cool.
And
Well,
we're
let's get
good
to another.
for-
Let's get
Yep.
to another comic then. Let's do that right now.
Yeah.
All right, coming to the stage right now. She lives in Los Angeles, actually in Queen Rachel's apartment, which I think is impressive. Galina Rivina, everybody, Galina Rivina. Woo!
Yeah, I figured you guys would recognize the background. It's not nepotism, we're just roommates. I hope everybody's having a good, sexy quarantine. If you want to mix things up, if it's been boring the last couple months, might I recommend my favorite position? It's one that I call 96. It's when you're back to back just resenting each other. Before I lived here with Rachel, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment that I had to move out of because I had a peeping Tom. Wouldn't recommend it, not fun. My peeping Tom was a man, not a very gender inclusive pastime, being a peeping Tom. I Googled it and I didn't find any stories about peeping Tammies. I thought about it and I got really upset because I consider myself a feminist and I was like, oh, it's really unfair. Women couldn't be peeping Toms even if we wanted to. Because if women stalk men in the night, we still have to worry about our safety. If I spent the night creeping on a man in his bushes, the whole time I would just be like, what was that noise? Your man in the next set of bushes? It's hard to not worry about things like that all the time because I watch true crime a lot, so I think everybody's out to get me. I've been spending a lot of quarantine watching true crime, and I haven't run out yet because people keep getting married. I like all the Ted Bundy documentaries. I wish I didn't like him that much, but he fascinates me because he always went after brunettes with long hair. And say what you will about the guy, but he would have noticed when I changed my hair. People ask me for true crime recommendations because they know I watch so much, and I always recommend The Staircase, which is a classic. If you haven't seen The Staircase, I'm going to ruin it for you. The Staircase is a true crime documentary about a woman that was found dead at the bottom of a staircase. Seemingly, they named it after the thing that killed her, but another good name for it would have been the husband. It's 13 episodes of did he or didn't he, and he did, and I'm gonna explain why. So the husband gets arrested, right? His name is Michael Peterson, which as far as names go, really murdery first and last name. It is. And he got arrested. People think he's not guilty, but I'll give you 3 reasons why I know he's guilty. Reason number 1 is that this is the second woman in this man's life to die at the bottom of a staircase.
Ooh.
So either he's the unluckiest guy ever, or he is pushing women downstairs. And what I don't understand is why he has to kill his wives like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. There's got to be a better way. So the second reason that I know that he's guilty is because he's a very wealthy man with scraggly, overgrown eyebrows. I'm sure we've all seen this. They look like this. They have a life of their own. They look like those underwater sea creatures, you know? It's suspicious because he owns scissors. We know that. And my third and strongest reason that I know he murdered his wife is because I love statistics. And according to the CDC, 50% of murdered married women are murdered by their husbands. That's 50. It's very high. It's a coin toss. And it makes me feel safer walking down a dark alley than down the aisle someday. The more upsetting statistic, I think, is that only 5% of husbands are murdered by their wives. I think we can all agree that's not nearly enough. Ladies, let's forget about the wage gap for a minute. We have bigger fish to fry. Let's get to stabbing. Let's get these numbers up. I do worry about my safety constantly. And for that reason, last year I started taking kickboxing classes. So now, if somebody tries to abduct me, I have something to talk about in the van. If someone tried to abduct me, I'd have to be like, sir, please grab me like I learned in class. How to fight you out of sequence. Oh, this was so fun. Thank you so much.
Woo! All right, Galina, Rivina, everybody. Great job.
Tip jar is open. You can tip. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course you could super chat to the Facebook stars, all that stuff. Nicely done. Rachel, what do we got?
Don't even let me catch up.
I love
I
the
would
beautiful birds that are chirping.
Galina, I know those birds are great. Galina, I liked your 96 sex position. My first wife and I had one we called 86, where we just laid in bed and wanted out.
Oh, restaurant.
Yeah. That's why I got divorced. Well, lots of reasons.
Yeah, instead of a 69, you did a star 69 to find out who the hell was calling.
Find out who the hell he was married to.
Yeah.
All right. So we have, let's see. So we have Ron in our live audience, $10. He butchered Galina's name, which most people do actually to her name. He called her Gina Lynn. He said,
Close. It was close. So close. I mean,
nobody butchered my name quite like my parents.
By the way, Gina Lynn Riviera is one of my favorite comics. Let me just say that.
And I love Rachel bitching about people butchering
Watch
pronunciation
it.
stuff, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well said, if you guys want to tip Geraldo Rivera, we really appreciate that.
I love Jillian Roshonda myself, my favorite
comedian. But he said, Gina Lynn, peeping Tammys are super low effort, and just make a Tinder profile and ask for dick pics. You'll get plenty.
You don't need to make a Tinder profile or ask for them or anything. Just walk around and you'll get them. Just fucking that's nice or ask.
Yeah, they'll just be airdropped to you. You'll be like, what the fuck is that? I didn't even realize my phone was on.
We also had Randy Longmire tip $5 for Galina breaking the murder glass ceiling.
Nice.
Jess tipped Galina $15. And that's it for right now.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
Should we start the game? Because there are going to be a lot of entries here. I think I have 15.
Yeah, we can. And I can just read some tip later. Because we have a lot of game entries.
Let's do game and we'll do the tips after. That'll work. All
right.
Okay.
Cool.
So the game today was fast food, a movie. And
fast food or restaurant? A movie, yes.
Fast food or restaurant. What?
No,
I said
movie.
Hours.
Hey, fast food or
restaurant?
Is that how much you like fast food that you walk into a restaurant? You're like, this isn't nearly fast food enough. We have to fast food this place.
How can I make this Dairy Queen also a McDonald's?
Well, don't think
is that how they got the Pizza Hut and Taco Bell at the same place? Is that what happened?
By the way, best day of my life. Secondly, don't think I haven't driven through 3 different drive-thrus to get the burger, fries, and drink that I wanted, because I have. The first time I ever went to a take and bake pizza place, I was in Elko, Nevada, a little tiny town. I got a take and bake pizza. It's like Chipotle. They just put all the stuff on it as you go through, and then he hands it to me, and I'm like, aren't you going to cook it? And he was like, well, no, this is take and bake. And I was like, oh shit, I was in a hotel. I didn't have an oven. So I went across the street to a Pizza Hut and I said, hey, I bought this pizza next door. Can you just cook it for me? And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'll pay you for a full pizza. Just cook it, put this through your oven. And so I ate a take and bake pizza at a Pizza Hut once. So yeah, I know what it's like.
Genius.
I also want to know why Bowers is turning so red. What is happening?
It might be green screen. It might be green screen related.
Does he remind you of anybody, you guys?
By the way, I don't know what emissions are worse for the environment. Bowers driving to 3 different drive-thrus to get his meal, or his emissions after he eats that meal.
They don't smell though. They don't smell. I'm still red.
Right, we've been over that. I apologize. All right, let's play the game. What do we got, Rachel?
All right, so I know that we had some in our live audience that wanted to do them. Carrie, Andrea, and Ron are the ones that I got. So let's go to them first. Carrie, you're up.
Hey, I got a couple. I got Silence of the Lamb Chops.
Nice.
And Charlie and the Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, Andrea. Welcome to the show, Andrea.
Hey.
Hi, Andrea.
So I had Harold and Kumar go to White Castle because it was easy.
Harold and Kumar go to Burger King.
And then
Awesome.
I also had The Lord of the Onion Rings, The Return of Burger King.
Oh, I like it.
Ooh, a double. I like it.
Very nice.
That entry was a whopper.
Impossible. All right.
And then Ron.
Yes, so I went for a bit of a throwback. The KFC Double Down is not enough.
I like it.
Okay. Let me just make sure no other game entries are coming in. So let's get started. So those were the live entries. We will vote on those. I probably should have read the these are the ones that are not paid that I really liked. So we had Razor, given what we talked about with the McDonald's thing. CSI, Chicken Sandwich Investigation.
Oh.
We have Greg Murphy, Gone with the Wiener Schnitzel.
I like that.
And then 2 more unpaid. Brian Cook had No Country Kitchen for Old Men.
Nice.
And Sheepgo Quack had Spinal Tapas.
Oh, really good. Oh my God, Final Tapas is great.
All right. And so these are the paid ones. These are the ones we're going to be voting on, including the ones from the live audience. So Craig Coyle had Gone with the Wendy's.
Ooh,
nice.
Amina Sala had Sushi's Not That Into You.
This is so good.
True for Bowers.
We had Amina Sala, Brokeback Mountain Dew. We had Amina Sala, $1 Million Baby Back Ribs.
Perfect.
Night
It's
Wheel.
real sad they break at the end.
Night Wheel, Howl's Moving White Castle. Then we had Ron Gould, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Golden Arches. And Deanie McQueen, on behalf of Jeremy Day, Murder on the Orient Panda Express. Night Wheel, Subway to Busan.
That one's my favorite.
Way to Busan.
Yeah.
Savannah Martin, 4 entries. So first entry, grown-ups don't eat at Arby's. Second one, now you see me not eating at Arby's. Next one, now you see me 200 feet from Arby's. Last one, V for Vendetta against Arby's.
You shit your pants one time, you never go back, I guess. I don't know.
We have Randy Longmire, Harold and Kumar go to Burger King. Night Wheel, Night of the Living Denny's.
Nice. I've had that happen on the road.
To the Rescue, Friday After Next. Craig Coyle, The Empire Strikes Baby Back Ribs.
Nice.
Renee, KF, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Get it. It took a minute.
Like you said all the words right and still had no idea.
No idea.
Yeah, you were like, oh, well.
Oh, C is C. C also means C. Okay, got it. Yes, that's what I.
Randy
it's a movie
Longmire.
about the water.
Randy Longmire, Psycho Gyro Instructor.
Psycho Yogurt Instructor.
Damn it, that was one of mine.
Oh, sorry, Ben.
Jonathan S., The Shake Shack Redemption.
Oh, that's good.
Good. That's a good one.
Yes.
Renee H. Meet me in St. Louis Bread Company.
Oh God.
What?
Jeremy Day. The hills have Popeyes.
So,
He's so good.
Crossing that one off my list.
Oh,
I had that one.
That's really good.
I have sunscreen in my Popeyes. Adam Meisenheimer. Frosty the Malt Man.
Nice.
Lucifer. Nightmare on Elm Street Tacos. Freddy's Bathroom Revenge.
Oh God.
And that's it.
All right. Hell of a game, guys.
Nice
done.
work. Holy shit, that was good.
All right, let's
All right,
vote.
so Galina, what was your favorite one?
I'm really obsessed with the Arby's list because it was more than just one. It was 4 great submissions.
All right, so Savannah with the Arby's. Ryan, what you got?
Savannah
I
with the
have to go
Arby's? You
with
just said
sushi's not that into you.
Yes, that one.
All right, cool. Rachel.
Yeah, I like the sushi's not that into you.
Yeah, I really like Sushi's Not Into You. I really like Shake Shack Redemption was really good. The Popeyes was obviously awesome. But I'm going to go with my girl Savannah and also vote for Savannah. She supports me. I'm going to support her back. I liked all the stuff. Though I do love Arby's. Sorry, Savannah. I like Arby's. But I understand your hate of it. So I'm going to go with Savannah on that one. Ben.
I do love how Bowers openly, self-confession, admits his bias in his voting. That's pretty good. I didn't really like the answer that much. I didn't love the answer, but I do support her. She supports me during hard times, so I'm going to vote for her.
Also, I love the place that she made fun of.
What's that?
I said also I love the place that she made fun of, but I'm still going to vote for it.
Yes, exactly. Hate the jokes. Gonna vote completely politically on this one. I love Shake Shack Redemption. I love sushi. It's not that into you, but sushi not really a fast food typically. They exist, but I don't know. I loved the Hills Have Popeyes, but I have to go also just because I think it's the best submission and kind of in a style that I enjoy. Arby's with Savannah.
Nice.
By
the way, I thought the jokes were very funny too. I'm just saying that I would have voted for Sushi. She'd have been in second place, but I'm going to give it to her.
Tell us more, Bowers.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm honest. I'm sorry for being honest all the time, Ben. I'm sorry I just tell the truth and I can't lie to people. Maybe that's why I'm not a presidential candidate.
I'm gonna vote for
Maybe that's why I've never run for
No
president.
one's ever supported me like Savannah supports me, and it makes me protected and warm.
Correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am also going to vote for Arby's. Sushi is not that into you was fantastic, but it's not really a fast food, which is why I didn't vote for it. But it was very, very close in my mind. Arby's, just such a great series of jokes. So that is the winner. Savannah, claim your prize by emailing us at laughfromhome.com. And comics, do you have any that you want to submit?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
All right,
is
go
it
for
me? Okay.
Yep.
5 guys call me by your name.
Ryan, you got one?
I had 2 actually. I have a Kung Fu Panda Express.
God damn it, I had that one.
And then Fast and the McFlurious.
That one might have won. That one might have won.
That is too fast, too McFlurious. That is fantastic.
Glorious 7.
Yeah.
I actually had one that I had won. It was a 20,000 Leagues Under the KFC was mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
AKA the most torturous place for Bowers to be.
Yeah, if I can't be that. No.
Ben, how many do you have? You want to go back and forth? Because I got a lot.
I have 10, so we can go back and forth.
All right. I'm going to have more than that. All right. You go first.
Oh, well, you go first because you have more than me.
All right, true. Okay, so this one is, I guess, for Savannah. Then, dude, where's my Arby's?
I will see that with The Secret Life of Arby's.
Nice. I have the Burger King's speech.
I've got the flame broiler room.
That's good.
I have Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Wing Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
I've got Jack Sparrow in the box.
Nice. What's in the Jack Sparrow in the box? I have Stuart Little Caesars.
That's a good one.
I've got Little Miss Caesars.
I have In and Out of Africa.
I've got Five Guys and a Little Baby.
1, 2. I should have done it sooner. I have Good Luck Chuck E. Cheese, which also, now that they're going out of business, yeah, good luck.
Also, not really a fast food place. And just gonna disqualify that answer. You don't get the prize.
Okay, sorry, I don't get the prize.
The Pursuit of Happy Meal.
That's a good.
Auntie Anne's of Green Gables.
Very nice. I only have 2 left. Subway Spicy Italian Job.
For Whom the Taco Bell Tolls.
I'm going out here with my best foot forward. Terminator, starring Arnold Wienerschnitzel.
I have a couple more. I've got National Lampoon's Waffle House.
Awful.
A Starbucks is Born.
Yes.
Cold Stone Mountain Creamery. Die Hardies. Die Hardies 2.
Die Hardies.
Die Hardies with a Vengeance. Live Free or Die Hardies. And of course, the culmination of that, A Good Burger Day to Die Hard. And I'm out. That's it for me.
And he's out.
Fun of the long ones now, are we, Steve Hofstede?
No, those were still all short. I just had a lot of them. So.
I like how you're putting your dog like a supervillain right now, Ben. What are you doing?
Apparently, long puns are good when it's convenient, isn't it?
All right. Well, I want to thank the comics who are on the show today. They were great. So, Galina, where do we find you? Tell us your social media, and if you got anything coming up, where do we find you at?
If I have anything coming up, I will post it to my social, which you can find me at Thumb Galina, like the thumb, and then my name Galina.
Very cool. Very clever. Like that a lot. Ryan Niemiller, where do we find you at, buddy?
A little offended by the thumb thing, but we'll let it slide. Good. I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. It's at CrippleThreat8. That's the number 8 because there was 7 before me.
All right, cool. I actually have something to announce. I'm going to be in Appleton, Wisconsin at the comedy club there the 26th and 27th of this month. It's still open. So that's where I'm going to be. They've social distancing and all that stuff. We'll see. If a bunch of people in Georgia die, I won't go. But, I'm still monitoring that pretty good. And then at Bowers Comedy for all my comedy stuff. So check that out. Ben.
I am doing my birthday show at the Nowhere Comedy Club this Friday, the 19th of June. Very excited. It's Ben Glebe and friends. I'm going to announce right now what the lineup is. We finally got it booked. There will be a couple surprises in addition to this, but it will be featuring not just some comedy from me, but also Steve Hofstetter, also Chris Bowers, also Chris Porter, also Mary Lynn Rice Cub, and also Mia Jackson, everybody.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a fire show, and there'll be prizes for the audience, and there'll be a ton of fun. So please get your tickets at nowherecomedyclub.com this Friday, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Awesome. As for me, I'm going to be doing a competing Ben Glebe's birthday show at the same time. Better lineup, but
you should probably go see yours. Steve should go see yours.
Yeah. No, I'm doing my watch party, the director's commentary for Secret Optimist on Thursday, and then next week I'm doing a full headlining set, both at Nowhere Comedy Club. Check it out. And as always, you can watch Ask Us Anything every Saturday night with Daniel Muggleton, which is a crazy interactive stand-up talk show format. It's a lot of fun. And that said, let's say goodbye to our audience right now. And
Thanks, guys.
thank you for joining us as always.
Have a good night.
Yeah,
This was
absolutely.
fun. Thanks.
And Rachel, do we have anything coming in last minute?
Yeah, we do. We had some tips to catch up on for both comics. So Galina, we had Andrea and our live audience tip Galina $15 and said, for Galina, thanks for giving me the confidence to go date, have a healthy relationship with, which leads to a healthy marriage, and then immediately murder him. Feminism. Yes. Razor tipped $5 and said, damn, sorry, Gina Lynn. I would have corrected your name, but I had already sent this. Anyway, attack hug Rachel. So.
Nice.
Jan Johnson, $5 for Galina for Rachel's roommate that she never told us you were so funny.
Nice. Which, by the way, I also love that you're like, this isn't nepotism. It's like, yeah, it took 3 months into the show for her to book you. It's not nepotism.
I don't do the booking on this show.
It's what you tell Galina, so you get away with it.
We had Gray Gorman tip Galina and Ryan $5 each. Amin Asala tipped Ryan and Galina $10 each and said thanks for the madness. We had
Andrew. It's Andrew tipped $5.
Amanda Salad.
Amanda
Salad. Lucifer tipped Ryan £5 for Ryan tip brought forward for being the funniest ginger comic on tonight's show. Comic own soul. Oh, Lucifer.
Oh shit. It's already
You
paying
know
off.
what?
Selling your soul's already
Screen
paying
name
off, right?
applies. Lucifer is just mad because I have no soul for him to steal.
We have David Sherrill, who's in our live audience, tip Ryan $37 and said, damn right, from one cripple to another.
Triple threat, baby.
Awesome.
And then Gray Gorman, $10 for the show. I wasn't going to say anything. Maybe I should pre-read this. Wasn't going to say anything. I'm used to it. But then Rachel opened the name pronunciation box. So $10 more for the bigger monitor for Rachel fund.
She actually does this on a projection TV. It's the size of her entire wall.
And then
she just said under her breath.
Silent, not so silent. FUs. Bofus, Tifus, $5 for the show and said thanks for doing this, you guys. And we are caught up.
We're caught up.
Awesome.
Thanks, Rach. Appreciate
Perfect.
it.
Good show, guys. Night.
Thanks.
Night,
See you later.
Rachel.
So yeah, guys, I am in Indiana now, hanging out, but still trying to do the thing that's supposed to be right. I'm monitoring numbers and making sure we're not doing stupid stuff. We went in social distance today outside at a restaurant, but you know, I'm around my people, so I'm excited to be here for a little bit. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm excited to do the show. Excited again for this today. I'm sorry I didn't have my jacket on to begin with. It was just I missed it, so I won't do that again. I've got 4 more jackets for you guys. And by the way, this is where my jacket store is, so I'm probably gonna go there and buy new jackets. That's one of the reasons I didn't pack 12. I'm gonna buy some new jackets for the show. So we will see you guys tomorrow.
That sounded like Bowers was opening the show.
Because it was rambling, didn't make any sense.
Well, I would like to say it was wonderful to see a bunch of new faces in the front row today. That was great. We're always happy to have new folks join us and expand the No Pants Club. I had a wonderful time today, but I'm gonna head out now. I'm actually on my way to speak to the Today Show about who stole that spoonful of soup. So wish me luck, guys. I'm really trying to get to the bottom of this. The soup bowl, I mean, is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I would like to share a couple of things. One, I drank your soup. 2, for all of you who question what's in the box, let me just give you perhaps your biggest clue yet. Is it 5 pounds?